is my high school I went to up until 2005. And you know what's funny about that little old high school? They force their students to go pray around the fucking flagpole. And yet, something going around on Facebook right now is that they refuse to allow some students, apparently I guess some gay students, to do something. I really don't know too much about the group. It's called Gay Straight Alliance. It's from my understanding, a group of individuals who are like, okay, we accept all people here. And, we got it over at the college. I really don't see anything wrong with it, but yet they're not allowing these kids to do this. And, like I've said before, I don't blame people. I blame the beliefs. But honestly, I have some friends who are Christians, and one in particular, he is against it, against the whole not letting them have the Gay Straight Alliance. And because, as he stated, everyone needs a place to go, no matter who they are. And, and it seems, unfortunately for him, even the Christian group there was full of whack jobs. So he didn't have a place to go, but he did find himself a place. And I agree with him. Everybody needs to be able to feel like they fit in, especially in high school. I enjoyed not fitting in high school and actually just being left to the side and no one really giving a shit about me. But, it's kind of crazy that they're still going, no, we can't have gays talking about being gay in our school. What the hell? I mean, seriously, you forced your students to pray. What the fuck's with that? And I mean, I didn't like it, being told I had to leave out of class. Well, I mean, I did like being told I had to leave out of class, but only to find out that being forced to pray. I didn't go out there and pray or anything. I didn't even fucking bow my head. I continued talking to my friends. The ones who didn't fall into we gotta pray around the flagpole. What the fuck does praying to a goddamn flag mean? They say it's to help our nation. What? But how? First of all, no God. Prayer doesn't work. People who even believe in God say prayer doesn't work. And then praying for our nation to a flag. I mean, wouldn't that constitute as a false idol? Didn't the school just, break a rule from the Bible itself? Oh, and let's not forget, they have the 10 Commandments hanging framed in the principal's office. Forgot about that shit. They used to spend a fair amount of time in the principal's office. My first year of high school, ninth grade year. And because you can't have PDA, you can't hold hands, you can't kiss on the cheek. A bunch of fucking bullshit like that. And it's been 6 years since I've been in that place. But still, it just it fucking digs under my nails. The ignorance, the complete lack of consideration for other people that they're expressing, and yet they're going and saying, by the way, fuck you, come with everyone else and gather around this pole and pray to the flag. I'm not anti-American either, because I love America. I think America has potential to be as great as it once was. We're not a great nation anymore. What happened is we lost our fucking balls. And in that process of losing our balls, people are afraid, especially political figures, they're afraid to admit things anymore. They don't admit to being anything more than religious. And then they act like there's a stigma out there telling them that they can't be religious. Really? In a nation where people are all like, well, if he doesn't believe in God, I'm not going to vote for him. You go and you look back, our forefathers, they either were anti-religious, non-Christian, or even some of them, hard to believe, open atheist. But you don't hear that. You get these misconstrued quotes glorifying God from men who dare not even speak the name God because they didn't believe in it. And yet our government-run buildings are expected now to fucking have the fucking 10 Commandments up there. We're shunning children. Shunning children away from having any bit of comfort in themselves. And then they wonder why little areas like that back there are ran down. Deserted little shitholes that are nothing more than places people go to die. I mean, that's really all that county is for now. Is you go there and die. And that's because they don't welcome full-on education. Education, like I said in my last video, is in my early part of life, education seemed like it was frowned upon, and the older generation started going and saying, yeah, go to college, do this and do that. But there are still people who are against education. And sadly, it seems to be the ones in the education system themselves. They want to bitch and gripe about people leaving this area and not allowing this area to grow, but at the same time tell them the only thing that they can maintain in this area to live is to drive a coal truck or work in a coal mines or work a minimum wage job, or for women, you got nursing. It's the only fucking place in America I know still yet. Well, that civil rights really haven't gone all the way through because they got this thing where gas station workers, most of them are women. The reason behind that is most of the people who are going to be stopping there are coal truck drivers. Well, you want your coal truck drivers to stick around and buy some more things. And it's because of this shit that they shun anything different. And then I thought moving away from this county, which we're almost out of the county. Once we're up over this hill here, I think we cross county line. But, it's no different. It's the same bullshit where I moved to. And, they got fucking mascots as a Confederate flag. One is a Confederate soldier. And then there was the whole shit that went even national news about the football team tying nooses in the fucking tree when a couple of black kids wanted to join the football team. But it only went national until they hushed it up. It was quieted down after 1 week. And that's one of the weird fucked up things about this area is how they could quiet even national news down. You know, something like that happened in another town, another region outside of eastern Kentucky, and it'll be in the news. It'll be a hot topic on the news for 3-4 weeks running. But maybe that's what they spend all the fucking money on. You know, they're talking about taking money away from the education system in eastern Kentucky, or Kentucky altogether. I haven't completely read the article, only glanced over after my wife told me about it. They're cutting the budget by like $46 million. $50 million, I'm sorry, she's motioning it to me right now. So they can open a fucking creationist museum/theme park. They need funding for a creationist museum/theme park. So they're cutting the education in Kentucky, one of the lowest rated states for grades in the entire United States. And they're saying, you know what we need? We need more creationist museums and theme parks. What the fuck? And yeah, I know I'm acting a little bit different than in my other videos. That's because when it comes down to the school system, I was fucked over by it when I went through it. So I hold a little bit of passion for it. I always said that if I ever became successful as an author, that I would put money aside to try to help people in Eastern Kentucky get out of the shithole education system, or at least try to influence this shithole education system into improving. But for now, all I can do is run my mouth and bitch and hope to goodness that some fuckface on the Board of Education doesn't see it and send their buddy who is a cop after me, because that's what it's going to lead into, is me being harassed. And frankly, I don't care. You know, they can pull me over as long as I'm not doing anything illegal. You know, I know my goddamn rights. I've looked them up. But the thing is the education system around here is so skewed and fucked up as it is. And to think that before, most of the budget was being taken from the arts and science programs to help fund football. You know? And then they called it a donation. It wasn't a donation when you just moved money around. You know, when you have to go, well, we can't afford computers this year for the computer lab, yet, oh, we got AstroTurf for the football field. What happened there? The budget, you know, wasn't cut. At least it wasn't mentioned to people. I mean, now I fucking pay taxes. You know, I go and I have to pay out for these fucking schools. And they're not doing what I fucking want them to do. And it's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing I have ever fucking heard, that they're going to be taking more money away from education to preach stupidity, is what it is. You know, I'm a person that believes there's a slight, minute, possible chance that some dinosaur-type creatures may have walked with some man-like creatures. You know, there's a slight possibility of that. And in one video, I'll explain why I believe that way. But for now, I'm going to leave it like that. But I'm not saying that man and dinosaurs were walking together from the beginning of time, because that's just, there's no evidence in that. And I know people are going to go on about carbon-14 yeah, I was all about carbon-14 too, because I was real confused how we're supposed to fucking believe the world is as old as it is when carbon-14 isn't as reliable. But it turns out there are other sources. Can't for the life of me think of it off the top of my head, probably because I'm so pissed about the subject matter that I'm talking about. But yeah, there are other ways, more conclusive ways to age the earth. But cutting they're gonna cut education for more religious bullshit propaganda, and then still yet they can't even allow a free program that allow gay students and straight students, I guess, because I mean gay straight alliance, it sounds like in the name it's there. It's for gay students and straight students to have a place where I guess they can hang out together. I mean, it's a weird thing, but you know, I was in high school. I knew a few gay kids in high school, and yeah, they got picked on. I reckon one even attempted to kill himself. But I think one of the things that would have helped was if there was a safe haven for these people. You know, if you had a place to go, okay, wow, there are more gay kids in this school than just me, then you might feel a little bit of more support. Just like how when I started coming out about being an atheist, I didn't know there was that many atheists out there. I've grown up in this fucking area where that all stereotypes about atheism are believed to be true. You know, down to apparently that atheists don't even have feelings. And it's ridiculous. It's bullshit, fuck nuts, and just seriously, they're cutting $50 million out of the education. $50 million. And whatever's left over has to be split down the middle once again so they can get new football jerseys for all the schools. Because, you know, who gives a fuck about an actual education? Sports and religion. Sports and religion. Throw some politics in there every 4 fucking years, and you got this goddamn area. Which, from my understanding, when you get to any small area, that's pretty much what it is. But, you know, I hope to goodness that there's not other states cutting funding from their education to open up a fucking creationist museum and theme park. You know, for now, we're back in our home county. I've been talking now through 2 counties. What the fuck? And you're probably tired of talking. You see the windows fogging up, the heater's broken in the car. It's probably 50 degrees out there, 40 degrees outside. I don't know. It's cold. My wife's shaking. You probably see that in the camera. So I'm gonna go. I was gonna bitch about this McDonald's bullshit, but I'll wrap that up real fast for people who are wanting to boycott McDonald's advertisement that says their new chicken bites are safer than pit bulls. That's not what the commercial says. it's safer than petting a stray pit bull. And you can go pet all the fucking stray animals you want. But I think you can ask people, a stray animal is a little dangerous. Just a little bit. And yeah, so what if you got the balls to go pet a stray animal? It doesn't mean everyone should run out and go pet a stray animal. And pit bulls had temperament problems anyways. And a stray one normally means it's come from a bad area. It's probably been treated bad and probably doesn't trust people. And yeah, that's all I got to say on that, because I couldn't make a whole fucking video about that bullshit. But you know what? I think the education is a little bit more pressing matter than, oh no, McDonald's has said something about stray animals. Stray! If you agree with me on anything I've said, thumbs it up, leave a comment. Hell, if you agree with me and you just feel like giving me a thumbs down, thumbs down. If you disagree with me, thumbs down. Leave me a comment. Argue with me. Something, people. Give me something to work with. Love y'all. Well, I guess I do love y'all. I didn't mean to say that, but I care about people. Just fuck off. I don't know. Goodbye.